The seagulls follow trawler. It's because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much.
Talking nonsense. So I thought, no, enough's enough. Why should I put up with that? Talking nonsense. So I thought, no, enough's enough. Why should I put up with that? Don't back down, double down. Don't back down, double down.
Yes, what's happening? Sunday afternoon. Why not play some Championship Manager? What else are we going to do? Why not, eh? Sundays. How's everyone doing? Good to see you with us. It was a good season last year. We won the old treble. Famous win against them, 6-1 to clinch the title. That was good, wasn't it? And looking forward to season 2, as the big banner that I put up at the start suggests. Let's take on Europe's big guns. Why not? Anyway, I hope everyone's good, because it's an exciting time right now, isn't it? Football's back tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that immensely. Big game at Celtic Park playing Hibs. Big night for the Bhoycie bus. We're going to try fan cam for the first time. That's what we're calling it. I'm trying to remember who it was that coined that term in the comments, but I've stole it anyway. But yeah, fan cam. So I'm going to watch it live on, I might use Celtic TV or I might use a dodgy stream. Not decided yet. And we'll watch the game live, and you can maybe capture my reactions as I'm watching it if you're that bold at your wits end that you're going to watch football with YouTube on at the same time. But we might try it, see how it goes, because I know it's all the rage these days. And then between 10 and 11, we're going to do the Monday Club meets post-match push. So we'll be doing both. Me and Jonathan Boyce between 10 p.m. and 11 tomorrow after Boyce's fan cam is finished. So it's an exciting wee weekend. And I thought we'd ease ourselves in this afternoon with some light-hearted, easy-going Championship Manager as we begin 2002-2003 season, which, of course, was an incredible year when we dip our toes back there. In reality, that was the year we did the road to Seville. It's the year we finished without a trophy. It's the year the squad potentially peaked despite not winning a trophy. It was the funniest year, obviously. It was the crazy Dunfermline lying down, Kilmarnock, missed penalty by Thompson, things like that. It was a crazy season that, and we lost the league on the last day. But of course, we'd lost to Porto only 4 days before that. Yeah, you look back and it's a season you look back with more fondness than, I don't know, maybe any of the seasons under Martin O'Neill. It's a really strange time. So hopefully we can replace that in the Championship Manager stream with a European trophy. We've got to aim high, haven't we? Comments are flying in. Kieran's in. Johnson. Ah, yes, mate. Brown Warrior, Teresa Lyle, loving it. Joseph Agnew's in. Yes, mate. Here we go again, indeed. Hoyt McFaggot saying, Russell, as you were. Yes, mate, or McFadget. We'll go with McFadget. That sounds a bit better. Is Jota still in doubt? Kieran's asking for tomorrow. Nothing's been confirmed. Nothing's been denied yet. You know, Ange plays his cards close to his chest. We will be looking a wee bit more in depth into that as well tomorrow night before the game goes live. I think Ange might stick with the 3-5-2 if Jota isn't 100% fit. Giacomakis Maeda up top. It may well be. It may well be. As you were indeed, Hoyt. I love it, mate. Brown Warrior, we Lubo trapping it with his Elche as a timeless classic. I know, mate. When I managed to get that clip onto the closing credits, I was very happy with that. The closing credits seem to go down pretty well. So that's all good. In comes Thomas Smith. Happening, Shaggers. What's happening, my man? Hope you're good. Sunday afternoon. Sorry if I've taken any away from the roast dinners or I don't know what else you could be getting on a Super Sunday, maybe. Maybe watching some plastic EPL football. I don't know. But thank you to everyone who's joined because we always appreciate it, man. We're not expecting big numbers on the Bhoycie bus on a Sunday afternoon playing a 20-year-old game, but anyone's welcome. It's all good. Big shout out to our sponsors as well, fanboyfootball.com, the first ever sponsors of the Bhoycie bus. Check out their site. They've got really cool bespoke custom t-shirts, bespoke prints, whatever your club may be. I know it's not always just Celtic fans in the comments, so by all means, have a look on there, see if there's something you fancy. We'll maybe try and see if I can wangle some discount for you if you're on the Bhoycie bus as well. You never know. We'll maybe talk about that in the future. There's me selling him sales he doesn't even want to do. We'll find out in time, I'm sure. Double Doon Show was a success on Friday. Bruce FM did well, didn't he? I know he's 4th out of 4 in the old Double Doon quiz, but he was a good contributor. I thought he talked Celtic very well. Some good patter off him. Bruce might be back one day, you never know. I think he enjoyed himself, so that was all good. Kaylee Mitchell, my darling, she says, there he is. Loving the zipper, looking good. Thank you very much. Thomas Smythe, still in a job then, Bhoycie? I am still in a job, mate. Thank you for your concern. Matthew Quinn, I think if Jota was fit, Ange would have said, maybe, but he does like to, we were talking about this on Friday. He does like to spring the odd surprise. I don't always take everything Ange says at face value in a press conference. I think sometimes he likes to lead people up the wrong path. He's quite astute that way. Donny boy, evening, lads and lassies. I just hopped on board for a bit of backseat horizontalness. Nay feeling the greatest today, so I'm going to be a bit quiet, but I'm still viewing. Hail, hail, fellow Tims. Donny, I hope everything's all right, my man. Hope you're good, buddy. But yes, that's what the backseat's for. Just you lie horizontal up the back of the bus, mate, and chill out. Don't worry, we'll make sure we don't go over any speed bumps, mate. You know what I mean? If you're not feeling well, good to have you on the bus, mate. Brown Warrior, see if you can get a hold of the Maloney volley versus Dunfermline, the 8-1 game. That is going to mean that I need to change the whole video again, Brown Warrior. I mean, if there's a couple of moments like when Callum McGregor winks, it's like in time with the drums. And then like when Lubo's rocket of a shot Easter Road hits the back of the net, the drums kick in again as well. It's all about timing. So I'm not quite sure. 03 was the best champ, he says, Michael Farrell. That's controversial. I think 102 is the best ever champ. It was a good show, that, Russell says, Brown Warrior. I agree. I thought it was good on Friday. I really enjoyed it. So, whilst you've been away, we're nearly into the start of the 2002-2003 season. I've not signed anyone. We're going to try and get some viewer contribution on that. But I did bring this guy on a free. Gino Coutinho. He's 20 years old. And he's going to provide some youthful competition in goals. I certainly think his arrival spells the end for either or Douglas or Dudek, if not both. Maybe both. You never know. John Duncan says, Big Gigi up front tomorrow, methinks. I think Maeda, John. I think it'll be Maeda, but either way, if Ange, whatever Ange decides, we're all going to back it. Hoyt McFadget, the Bhoycie bus will be a double-decker soon. Leave the minibus with the dinosaurs on the other pods buying on about old VHSs. Ah, dear, mate. Oh, dear. I'm fine, dude. Just a bit under the weather. Hectic day, Donny. As long as you're all right, mate, I'm all right. And in comes Philip DeMarco, the pantomime villain of the Championship Manager Celtic streams that we've been doing so far. He's saying good evening, comrades. Good evening to you, Philip. good to have you with us. I noticed you were missing on the live show on Friday, but I mean, you even text me to say you weren't going to make it. That's how dedicated to the bus you are, mate. So I appreciate that. Thanks to everyone who's been getting in touch recently. My DMs have been, you know, I'm not as up my own arse as to compare myself with Ringo Starr, like a certain someone did a few weeks ago, a few months ago now. After he was comparing his mail list to Ringo Starr, and I nearly spat out my juice, or probably lager at the time, but I didn't. But I definitely, I've been getting a lot of really nice messages, people supporting the bus, so it is appreciated, you know. I do like stuff like that, so thank you. Who else? Fan cam is the more buzzing. Should be a good laugh, eh? Brown Murray wants to know how much David Trezeguet is. I think we're pissing in the wind, if I'm honest to you, Brown. David Trezeguet, he's a regular at Juventus. He's valued at 11 million. He's going to cost about 20. Sadly, it's not going to happen. Kieran would rather see Maeda tomorrow. Who would everyone rather start tomorrow, Maeda or Giakoumakis? I mean, realistically, it's a bit of a gamble throwing Maeda in for his first start in a game, obviously of such magnitude. I suppose you could argue all the games between now and the end of the season are of such magnitude. Do you know what I mean? Because that's the nature of the business end of the season when you're 6 points behind. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I think it'll be Maeda. I'm happy for them to go with either or. If Giakoumakis is the one who's shining in training, he's been with us 5-6 months now, then I'm all for it. Anyway, shall we get back to 2002? Oh, Kayleigh, what a shout. What a shout. Kaluzhny, I think he's free, maybe a bit too late for him. Kayleigh, that's amazing knowledge, because, I mean, I know this game inside out, right? But good knowledge, because Kaluzhny's contract does end in 2002 in this game. And just for you, he was born in 1974. There we go. But he does. His contract normally ends in 2002, but he signed a new one at Cottbus. I should have been all over that, you know, in January to May. Hoy, who said they were like Ringo? They never said they were like Ringo, but you know who. But he compared his mail list to that. You know, I will get back to it, but I've got a mail list. You know, I remember Ringo Starr saying he'll get back to everyone eventually. I'm like, wow. Wow. The Hibs game is going to be very tricky. 3 points is a must. Absolutely. Maeda for me, says Boy 67. On yourself, Kayleigh, says Thomas Smythe. Let's echo that. I'm good at boys. Craig Bellamy status in the game, Michael Farrell wants to know. He's a disappointment in the game, Michael, because I would love, an egotistical prime Craig Bellamy coming into Celtic, but he's not, honestly. I don't know what position he went to play in the game, but I've never had him do well, unfortunately. Friedel's all right, Brown Warrior. I see the suggestion coming in. He's down at Wigan right now. He's just joined them for 900 grand. He's all right. I mean, he's not the worst. Yes, Maeda does look like he's got a lovely touch in training. But, you know, again, look at that Champions League. I wonder if we need to play a qualifier. Let's hope not, because we made an arse of the last ones against... who was it that put us out last season? FC Aka. Oh, jeez. Oh, we went on to win a treble and we got to the UEFA Cup quarter-final, so I suppose it wasn't all bad. But yeah, we are looking for a wee bit better than that. Thomas Smythe is asking if Messi's in the game. No, he would only have been 14 at the start. So sadly, there's no Lionel Messi to look up. But Kieran, peace and love. Kind of went off Ringo after that comment. Yeah. He's got a big mailing list, though, apparently. Right. FIFA World Cup going on. I love that World Cup. Remember there was games that, like, you woke up 7 in the morning, there was a game of football. Brilliant. Love that. They should start doing that more often. What is the World Cup this year? It's in Qatar. I know there's human rights stuff, but we're quite mad having a World Cup in October, just mixing it up a little, you know? If it goes ahead. Who knows? Who knows? It's just we're living crazy times the new, you know? Everything's out there. Everything's up in the air the new. Ali wants to know, apart from Celtic, who else is your favourite team? It is a good question. Who else is my favourite team? Still in Albion. If it was English football, I grew up supporting Tottenham just because I liked Klinsmann, so I got one of their strips, and then I just kept getting Tottenham strips like every season sort of thing. It just became like a regular Christmas present song. So I used to like Tottenham, but I went off them now because as you get older, you realise they're just all, bell ends really. What other team do I like? I don't know. AC Milan. Always like them doing well. Let's say AC Milan. A lot of Championship manager. We'll say AC Milan on that one. Cherno Samba has arrived at Celtic. A lot of you will be familiar with that name. November to December, says Thomas Smythe. Shows what I know, mate. I just talk shit down a microphone. I don't have a clue, Thomas. You're probably right, mate. St. Modens Hall was bouncing when Ronaldo hit that free kick. Jason, I was watching it at Dunblane High in biology. I remember the exact classroom. Mr. Sheeran was my teacher. I remember watching it, man. And it was, our classroom went nuts on that goal in as well. It was brilliant. It was great that the teachers used to just fucking watch the football instead of listening to our shite. Like, fair enough. What year were you in, though, Jason? I'd been third year, I think. Third year at high school. Brian Galt's wanting Kim Kallstrom to sign. Okay. We can look at bringing in Kim Kallstrom, but on one deal. I'm going to retrain him as a DMC, not an AMC. Oh, he's at Lazio, mate. I think we did look him up before. And he started 31 times for Lazio, so we've got no chance of getting him, unfortunately, buddy. I think the squad's looking quite strong. I'll be intrigued to see how Berbatov develops this year. Centre midfield area is certainly strong. We need another centre-back, I think. Could we sell Guppy? I think we could sell Guppy as well and bring in some strength and depth on the left-hand side to compete with Bobby Petta. Modern football's Filiferes. I totally get it, Hoy. I totally get it. I think that, modern football, I do struggle to watch a lot of the EPL stuff now, mate. I'll be honest. I know this probably clashes with a game on Sky right now, which a lot of people will be loath to not watch for an old stream, and I get that. It doesn't even cross my mind when I'm thinking of arranging a stream at 5 o'clock on a Sunday that, oh shit, it collides with Sky Sports Super Sunday. Whereas 15 years ago, you wouldn't dream of doing anything else but watching, Sky Sports Super Sunday, because the games just seem to have a wee bit more needle to them, a wee bit more, I don't know, just a wee bit more fucking soul. Do you know what I mean? Whereas now it's, I agree with you. I think it's all a wee bit plastic. Ryan Kelly's on the bus. Yes, Ryan. Jason says he was in second year when Brazil put England out the 2002 World Cup. I was definitely at least third or fourth. Oh, so the game was postponed. All right, brilliant. That'll be why. So yeah, I was looking for excuses why the viewing numbers were doing, mate. I'm only teasing. Who was the main man at Grasshoppers in 2003? Grasshoppers in 2003? Yinkere Chapusa, was it? Is it not before then? I don't know how to spell it though. Chap. I think that's who you're talking about. Stefan Chapusa, was it him? If it is, that was not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. But yeah, I remember FC Basel. In fact, here's some good nostalgia trip for us. Does everyone remember? Obviously, I'm sure you will, but the road to Seville actually began with defeat because we got put out the Champions League qualifiers by FC Basel, if you remember. Murat Yakin and Hakim Yakin. Remember the only excuse clip when he's doing the impression of Archie McPherson? It was Hakim Yakin. Yakin. Always made me laugh. He's not actually in the game, though, unfortunately. I think you would need to have the Swiss League selected or something. But Murat Yakin's there. But yes, it was this squad. Remember I think they had two Argentinian strikers that they put us out of the Champions League qualifiers, and it was the best thing they ever did. Scott Chipperfield, I remember him playing there. Australian. Comments are flying in. Roy Keane. would get sent off for not being woke these days. He probably would get sent off just for breathing these days. Philip showing his age. He was grafting back then. All the pups are at school. Frederick Risp, good shout again. Kaylee showing your knowledge. Yes, he is a centre back. You are right. Got to lower the average age in the squad, Bhoycie boy. Well, Gino Coutinho's a step towards that. So is Cherno Samba. Quietly dropping the age. Shows Berbatov, remember coming. Those things like that happening, Thomas. Don't you worry. Dead Eye Del Boy. Just wanted to say that although I'm a Rangers fan, but it's great to see Bhoycie doing his own thing on his own channel. That means the world, mate. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you very much. It's a good laugh on the Bhoycie bus, mate. We're not the news at 10, my man. What any of us would do to have a fully combative Roy Keane at his peak in our midfield, Frank, I think that's a great shout. I would have loved to have seen Roy Keane at his peak at Celtic. I wanted Roy Keane as manager. What can I say? As Adam Beanie's Nakata obsession has to stop. We can't afford him. Philip DeMarco, I'm sure Basel qualified from the group stages. You might be right. Did they have Liverpool in their group, Philip DeMarco? Well worth checking out. Brian Galt, he's on about Mexes again. We bid for him last time, did we not? You guys are like broken records on this bus. Beanie Smith is obsessed, man, with Nakata. We've got no chance of affording him, mate. I'm not busting like all the budget on Nakata. Seems crazy. I've put in a big bid, but that is my limit. Body art, a nice shade, a ripped torso, no talent, the requirement nowadays for players, but not those at Celtic. Love it. Davor Šuker, he was one of my favourite strikers growing up. You know that. Big Šuker. He's back in Croatia. He's a veteran now, mate. He is a veteran. What about a young Drogba? I wonder. I don't think he's very good in this. Otherwise, I'd have signed him before. He's at Le Mans, and he's absolute shite. Bust the budget, Beanie. No way, mate. We get better with age, says Philip DeMarco. Love it. Love it, mate. Just like all that wine you had over Christmas. So we're down to a second qualifier. So we've got 2 Champions League qualifiers to play, which makes things a wee bit tricky. Paul Lambert, we thank him for his services to the club, but he is Ofsky. Jimmy Smith may well follow suit. How are we doing for finances at Celtic? I know we should make a wee bit of transfers. Oof! 37 million in the bank, 22 they're available to spend on players. Adam Beanie, sell the deadwood to help fund them. I'm not blowing the sort of money you want me to blow on Nakata, mate. I'm just not doing it. Michael Farrell's asking if Joaquin's worth the go. He might be. He may well be. If I was going to bust the budget on anyone, it would be this guy for the left. Because he is a player. Robbie Keane's keen on a move. See what I did there. Danny would do well. Kejman. Jeez, oh. Oh, Ronaldinho's keen. We could bust the budget on him, couldn't we? That would be banter if we managed to get him. Let's put in a silly bid for Ronaldinho. Why not? Joaquin, says Michael Farrell. Yes, I forgot to look him up. Let's have a wee quick look. It's a wee nostalgia trip looking at all these legends from the past, isn't it? It's good. He's in the Betis B team. He's pretty average, mate, to be honest. Pretty shite. What age is Danielson? He is born in 1977, so he'll be 24, 25. There he is there. Quality player. Already interested in him. Slapping a bid for him. Alien Boxic. Remember him? He went to Middlesbrough. That is mad. From Lazio to Middlesbrough. Good player. Good player. Indeed. Brian Galt is watching. He's suggesting players as well. He's suggesting Pablo Aimar. He's a regular at Valencia. I think we'll struggle to get him. Sell the king to fund. No, I am not doing it. A dead-eye Del Boy, Andre Sigporsson. It's not the worst shout in the world, you know. Andre Sigporsson. I don't know how to do one of those fancy P's. Look, how'd you do one of those? Look at that. I don't know how to do one of those. So I just need to put in Sig. He is good, mate. He is good. Is he going to get a game, though? Ahead of, likes of backup players like Samba, Anthony, Berbatov, And then you've got Hartson, Sutton, Larson. I think we're well equipped there. Bosnich, I was looking at the start of last season. I think we'll let him go. Jamie Smith. I'll negotiate the Bury bid then. That's fine. Paul Lambert. We shake hands and we say goodbye. Matt McIver's in. Yes, mate. Brittamore wants to build a museum. Okay. Everything should be done to get Ronaldinho and Larsson reunited from the Barca days. Okay, I can subscribe to that. Ronaldinho played in the same game that JB watched to sign Rafa. Shite. That is insane, Jason, if that is true. Do you not fancy Bauma at the back? Can I afford him, mate? I would love him. Dean McNally says Marcelo Salas. Salas is available. I mean, our strikers are doing pretty well. We scored 104 goals between the three strikers last season. And Salas started 47 times, valued at 21 million for Juventus. I think we can all rule that one out. But thank you, Dean, for the suggestion. Thank you for being on the bus, mate. We do need a centre-back. Let's see who the best centre-back we could get is. We'll target Ronaldinho and a centre-half. Now, I would love to sign Cannavaro, but it's not going to happen. Oh, we'll put in a bid. Why not? 15 mil. See what they say. It's turned into a dream team already. I mean, Rio would be dynamite as well, wouldn't he? We'll put in a big bid for Rio as well. Why not? Anyone else jumping off the page that you can think of? He's very good, I've got to admit. Look at those attributes. Big Willie Vitali. Bet none of you have heard of him. Player. We'll put in a wee bid for him. We should be able to get someone for Venezia. That seems like a realistic sort of shopping market to be in. Does that make sense? Something like that. Is Wayne Rooney at Everton? Yes, he is, but he's murder in this version. It's the next version that he starts to get good. Song Young Cook, he would be a good signing. I'll put in a wee bid for him. I bet you haven't heard of him either. I know everyone likes household names, I suppose, and I kind of get that, but sometimes you've got to just use your Championship Manager knowledge as well. Desai and Thuram, says Strange Love the Doctor. I mean, these are guys at the peak of their powers that have won World Cups, mate, and you want them to come up the road to Celtic. I mean, we can try, right? We can only try. A 33-year-old Desai would still cruise it. Thuram, we've got no chance of, those Strange Love. We can have a look at him, of course. Jamie Young, I still never heard anything about you. I was saying I was mentioning another podcast, Jamie. Were they complimentary, mate, or were they slagging me off? Let me know. And I can't believe we could have bought Ronaldinho. I can't believe he was playing that same game as Raphael. Shite, that is actually mind-boggling, and I should have known that. And I'm kind of glad I didn't know that, because you've kind of upset my Sunday by telling me that, you and Jason Kearney. So thank you, lads. That's off the scale madness. And we sold Craig Burley to finance that deal as well. Burley, I know he's not everyone's cup of tea, but he did a damn good job for Celtic, I thought, in terms of on the pitch, if not a wee bit annoying off the pitch, shall we say. Dundee have got Paul McStay as a coach. I've never seen Paul McStay as a coach in this. I want him. What? We need to monitor that one, lads. Remind me of that at the end of the season. He's definitely coming home. Adam Beanie says we wanted Desai in real life at one point, was it not? On a free transfer. I did not know that either. Show me Wayne Rooney, mate. Adam is murder. Trust me. I will show you him, but they've not even got his position right. He's like forward right or something. Forward right. I mean, look how shite he is, mate. Just seen Benitez got sacked, says John Duncan. Yes, he was. Bears out what you said about the EPL. Absolutely, mate. They were very complimentary. That is awfully kind of them. I find it funny. That is mad. But, you know, there's still some nice people out there in the world, Jamie. That is good. Burley won as the 10. Yes, he's a flood now, but he's still up there for that season. He was brilliant that season, particularly the 97-98 when he scored 15 goals in all competitions, 10 in the league. I mean, it wasn't bad going at all. Joe Curran, hello, Russell, my man. What do you think of the score versus the Hibs will be? I'm thinking 3-1, but I'm hoping for a clean sheet. Hail, hail. It's a good question, Joe. Why does everyone put the predictions in? I don't want reasons behind it. Just hit me with some scores. For me personally, I've got to be honest. I think Celtic will win the match. I think it could be edged. I think we'll win 2-1. I think it could be nervy at times tomorrow. And if it is, so be it. Yeah, 2-1 tomorrow. But as long as we get the job done, I'll be happy, Joe, my man. Definitely. How much is Deco? Brown Warrior wants to know. Comments flying in the day. I love it. Deco, I mean, I feel a bit rotten putting him in the hoops, mate, wouldn't you? Just to be controversial, why not? Raphael Shite, clever name. Adam Beanie, you notice since you left the other pod, you're getting showered with love and compliments. I don't know how long that'll last for, mate. Just flavour of the month, maybe, with something new. It all turning its head, Adam. Benitez going to Everton was only the near equivalent of Lennon moving to... Aye, well, I get you, mate. Olaf Melberg. Do you think he would do a good job for us? We could look at him. I'm not sold on it, but yeah, we could look at him. He looks all right, actually. Have they been relegated? They have been relegated. They may have a few bargains. Gareth Barry at centre-back, and it's a left-sided centre-back I need. We could look at that. Juan Pablo Angel, remember him? He would score goals, but we've got goal scorers already. I like Boateng, he's good. They got anyone else good? Jackie Mack. We sold him there, didn't we? Strange of the Doctor, I think we will thrash depleted and open play and have 6-0. I love that optimism, mate. Superb. 3-0, says Teresa. Dean McNally should definitely have a minimum reaped clause of 2.9 million. Deco, no, minimum release clause, sorry. I get what you're saying. He doesn't know. He doesn't, mate. No release clause there. He must have signed a new deal since the game started or something like that. David Ginola is there, but he's a bit old now. He's 35. I want a 35-year-old. I was getting told by someone else to bring the average age down. George O'Boyle, remember him? He's joined Hibs. Jeez, oh. When's the first game of the season? Levski at home in a week. I've not even played a pre-season friendly. Oh, and who's came in? Marvin Andrews came in at centre-back. Oh, well, so we do have more strength there as well. That's good. Steve Guppy, no takers. That's a shame. I would have thought we would have got interest in Guppy, to be fair. Maybe not crazy amounts, but £1 million? 900 grand? No? Need to get signed for him. Jeez, oh. I'm leaving him there. Lennon wants a new deal, 30 grand a week. Is that what he was on? Jeez, oh. Big offer made to retain Lennon's services. 4-0, says Stephen Bonner. Good to have you on the bus, mate. Thank you. Quite literally, the only man in Brazil who couldn't play football was Raphael Shite, and we paid a big, huge, whopping £5 million for him when that was only a hell of an amount of money. It was a hell of an amount of money. And Ronaldinho was playing the same game. I can't believe I found out that information today. Faustino Asprilla, says Brown Warrior. He a wee bit older, Asprilla. He's at Atlante. I mean, he does still look like he would do a good job. He'd be a bit of a giggle, wouldn't he? We need a left-sided wing-back. I agree with that, mate. I agree with the left wing-back situation. Zeroberto would be the dream, but I don't know how much I really can go up to. I'm trying to think if there's any other ones that would be available. Would Zenden be a good signing? I don't know if he's got the stomach for it. Do you know what I mean? Does he have the stomach for it? Ian Hart. We were linked to him for years, never signed him. I always wanted us to. I liked Ian Hart. Savio, he would be available in the cheap. He's attacking though. I think Philip DeMarco is right. I think we need one that can sort of play at the back as well. Christian Ziga, he would have been good. Oh, Alex, what a player he was, man. What a player. Take him if we could get him. Oh, aye. George Bomey. No. John Arne Risa. Bart Goer, he looks good. John Arne Risa, I'm not so sure. Don't think he's very good in the game. They're all going to cost a lot of money. You really need guys that are unhappy. There's a lot of what I'm doing right now. I'm looking to see if they're unhappy or if they've been relegated. They've got wee clauses in their contract. Yes, Arca would be good, but how much can we really stretch to? Especially if we're trying to bring in Ronaldinho. Lanky's suggesting Mark Kerr at Falkirk. He's already in the squad, mate. We brought him in last season. Don't you worry, my man. A king-size homer. Yes, mate. Have a scout of Tony Yeboah. Loved him as a player. Total machine. Think he'd left Leeds by this point. Yeah, I think he was at Hamburg, mate. And I think he is getting on in years a wee bit as well. So, not quite sure he would be the best signing for us, if I'm honest. I'm being so brutal today, man. I'm just like, no signing that guy. Just not doing it. Max Tonetto would be good. Look, 18 acceleration, 20 pace, 19 crossing. Do you know what I mean? Good work rate attributes as well. Kaylee's suggesting Christian Chivu. Well, I suppose he could cover a couple of positions, Kaylee. I do get it. Not Chivu. Chivu, Bhoycie. Or Kivu. I think he would cost a fair whack, to be honest. But why not? Why not make a wee cheeky bid? You're right. Philip DeMarco agrees with that. Where's Big Taribo West these days? Did he get a good move? Independiente. Could we try and bring him in? Because he can definitely play that left wing back role as well. Even if it costs, a fair amount. I mean, he's just a baller, man. Oh, and they've accepted the bid. I think this is problem solved. Albeit he'll miss out in the Champions League, which is annoying because he'll need a work permit. But he's the boy I want. He's better than Kivu, to be honest. Strange Love says, good shout, Tonetto. Thank you. Japstam's cousin, Japsai. Love it, Brown Warrior. Love it. Anything for Kaylee, absolutely. West at left wing back, really. Well, left centre back as well. He's a good option there as well. Is Vialli in there? Well, he's a bit old. I think he might have retired by now, Gianluca Vialli. In fact, he has, because he's the Watford manager by now. He's Watford manager, mate. We're so busy on the bus today, man. We are so busy. Right. We're nearly there. So, second round qualifiers coming up for the Champions League. It is exciting times, isn't it? Latest scores, Celtic's women. We are winning. Let me just check. 1-0. We're winning 1-0 away to Hibs, for anyone wanting to know. Thank you for asking that, Alex Anderson, and good to have you on. Haaland isn't even born yet. Try and sign him on a pre-birth contract. Good shout. Taribo West coming in at 4.6 million. That is good news, isn't it? I'm delighted with that. Even at 4.6 million, I think it's a good signing, that one, for us. I think he enhances the centre-back position and the left wing-back. So this is interesting. If we can get through our second round qualifier, here's who we'll face in the third round qualifier. And just to pause it quickly, are we seeded? No, we're not. So the Scottish teams must have done really, really poorly in Europe in the 2001-2002 season, because we're going to get a tricky test and we might be struggling to get Champions League again. So if we pause it, if you look at seedings, I mean, who realistically would we want? Sedan, we would take them. We would take a rematch against Panathinaikos, Lokomotiv Moscow. I think we would take them. Could we be drawn against second seeds? If so, obviously there's a few there that we would take, not Man United. Please, please not. Anyway, we'll carry on with the draw. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's going to be tough. Leverkusen have sold Ballack, remember, though, to Bayern Munich. So we did try and get him for free at the start. He turned us down, Kelly. So I went back in and he's keen to come now. Keno, that would be amazing. Frank Brennan, I would love that. What's the latest on Ronaldinho? Get the deadwood punted. It's not that much deadwood, is there? But yeah, we're still waiting to hear back from Paris Saint-Germain. I think they're keen. I don't know. We could sell Lennon, I suppose. He is on a big wage, isn't he? But there's nobody keen on him. And we would really need to get... I would be looking for decent money for Lennon, to be fair. So, I mean, if Ternana are willing to pay 4 million, though, I'd probably take that for him. Who else is the deadwood, would you consider? Yes, we did get pumped from Haka last time. Thank you for reminding me, Philip. Donny, but I think Haaland will never sign for Man United until Roy Keane emigrates to Australia. The fear still lingers in the family. I think David Villa would have been that CM season by now. Yeah, David Villa. He is good in the next season update. This one, I'm not even sure if he's in it. I can't spell, man. Sporting Heon. Oh, he does look good, to be fair. He does look good. Shall we make a wee cheeky 1.2 million bid? He could beef up the squad. Get the Swedish player from Everton. Are you meaning Alexandersson? No. It was likely, Ryan. You were right, my boy. You were right. Right. Who could we let go in this area? Nobody, eh? I like them all. We don't want anyone to go. Dudek can definitely go. He wants first team football. Commands a big fee as well. Getting interest in him hasn't been easy. I think Rab Douglas could go as well. I expected more bids for him. He usually can fetch a decent fee in the game, to be fair. We can only try and get, I think if we could bring in 7-8 million for those two, that would help the old transfer budget no end. Bring in Max Tonetto. Not for 8 million. What the heck? What was I thinking bidding that? Have I lost the plot? I wouldn't pay that for him. I don't know why I bidded that. Mistake on my part. 3.8 over 6 months. Oh, you can do better than that, Everton. I want the money up front. And Talyaspor, come on. Just meet the fee, guys. St. Pauli will be more receptive to their offer, obviously. We have a bond there, Percentage of the next sale. Come on, give us Ronnie. Celtic don't really allow you the budget to go above 22 million in this game either. It's frustrating. Rafa Marquez. Is that the guy that went to Barcelona, king size Homer? I think it is. He's in France, I'm sure. Is that him? Starts at Monaco. Yeah, that is him. He's at Strasbourg. He's not very good. He is not very good. Stop saying that. Philip DeMarco, the king must go. Adam Beanie Smith, top signing utter shite and keep the dough for Ronaldinho. I don't know who's utter shite. Aye, Philip DeMarco. It was the same Marquez with the ponytail. Brian saying about Darren Fletcher, does he become a good player, or you think he does become a good player? I think you're right, he does. He does become decent. Why didn't we bring him on loan and see if we can persuade him after a year on loan to sign permanently? Let's try it. The loan offer's been accepted. We know Fletcher's a big Celtic man. I mean, he's going to be on the periphery of the squad, let's be honest, but we'll try and get him in. Final offer, 3.4 for Douglas. St. Pauli, final offer, 2.9 for Dudek. I thought we'd have got more for Dudek, but fuck it, we'll take it. Yeah, he did play till he was nearly 40. You're right, Donny boy. Get knowledge. I like everyone's knowledge with the football of yesteryear. When it was real football back in the day, I was loving football back then. It was much better, wasn't it? But yeah, so Dudek and Douglas leave on the same day. We actually need another goalie. Is Karin still there? Big Dimitri. But that was good because that was like 6.2 million brought in. Oh, Chelsea, could we be cheeky and negotiate further with them? I'm so tight, man. Tell them we want 5.5. You're all saying, take the money. Take the money. I want 5.5. I think that's a fair negotiation point. Karin's still there. He could be the number 3 this season, can't he? Big night for Gino Coutinho. He makes his debut in the Champions League because Sheatis is out for 2 weeks. The squad beginning to take a Bhoycie bus sort of familiarity now because we have let, over the couple of years, a few now of the regulars from that Martin O'Neill side leave. Douglas is gone. Jamie Smith, who was a regular sub-appearance maker. Tied up in my words there. But he came off the bench regularly in the 02-03 season. He's gone. Paul Lambert, a regular in that season. He's gone. Vicost, Martin O'Neill let him go as well. Jonathan Gould, I think, was gone by then. I think he was gone by now. Colin Healy was let go by then. Tom Boyd was gone. He'd retired. Lubo was gone in the summer of 2002. Thompson was a mainstay, but he's gone. Does he get a game at United? He can he? Jackie McNamara was in and out the team, but he's gone as well. So there's a few familiar faces left. The squad's now very much becoming one in our own mould as we try and emulate Martin O'Neill's brilliance. Johan Albi had a great season last year at the back. 31 now, but we'll stick with him. Baldi did well. Valharin did well. It'll be tough for Andrews to get in that team. He might find himself very much on the periphery as well. It seems to be my favourite word now. Gerardo Dorado, that's not a bad shout. We'll look that up in a bit. Jokes aside, it was real football back then. Now it's too fashionable and flashy. It's like Instagram football or something. You know it as you were. I don't think that's the worst shout, like Instagram football. I quite like that. Yeah, he was a classy player. And Brian Galt, can you get John Terry in this one? You can, You can. Right. Holding midfield. We'll go with Neil Scally since Neil Lennon now looks to be leaving us. If he's leaving us, but his head will have been turned, he'll be distracted by interest from Chelsea and all that bollocks, So, aye. We'll go with the same front three as normal. We are at home, so we're going to play like this. Peta and Agat, yeah, I'm happy with the team. Hope everyone else is. Coutinho's, but he's ballsy. He's took the number 1 jersey. And Nakamura scores. Levski Sofia behind already. And they've got a couple of nice players, by the way. Love that surname. Didn't pronounce that one too quickly. Dimitar Ivankov, not Ivankov. Monty's in the house. Yes, or on the bus. Whatever you want to be, mate. It's good to have you with us, my man. I hope my Wi-Fi's working all right. It was a bit dodgy earlier, by the way. Try to keep up with all these comments. John Terry lock up the wives. Absolutely. Stephen Coulthard, how you doing, my man? Good to have you. And Paul Cockwell's in as well. He can't wait for the morning's game. We'll be on opposite sides of the divide, Paul. So it's unfortunate I cannot give you any best wishes for the game or anything like that. But I will be the other matches this season that you're playing, particularly against that other mob. You should play Larson up front with Sutton. With Berbatov in behind, suggests Monty. And that is ballsy because in the game, and I know what you're saying maybe in real life, but he's just an all-out striker, whereas Henrik is a forward centre, which tends to mean they can play in that hole. But you know what? For keeping the viewers happy, we'll try it for the second half. Why not? "3-0. Sutton scores. Oh, Big Sutty started this season like he finished last season. Goals! 41 and 47 he got last year. Sorry for interrupting the action a couple of times. But what a convincing start. This is what we wanted. Bring on Marvin Andrews for his debut. I know he played for Rangers in real life, but I'm not going to get precious about bollocks like that. Do you know what I mean? Life is too short. Why is the mouse not working? There we go. What the hell happened there? There we go. Right, Scotland didn't know the bus passed by this early. I've missed the show. Berbatov scored, Monty. Good shout, mate. I thought I might have been glitchy the night, Kaylee. I felt like I was glitchy. I did wonder if the Wi-Fi was a wee bit dodgy. I don't know what's going on with it. Hopefully it'll be all right tomorrow. You never know. I thought it was a wee bit glitchy, though. It does feel like it's a wee bit glitchy. Apologies. I hope the streams worked okay. Vaccine passport, Stephen, from what I'm told, will be okay. I'm told that'll be fine. I'll be honest to you. When I was at the most recent game, who was it? I was at. We won 1-0. Is it Hearts? Hearts at home. Aberdeen at home. It was. Sorry, Aberdeen at home. It was on the Sunday, and Hearts we played the midweek. I was at the game before that. It was a Sunday, and honestly, like the steward just went, "Show me anything." I was trying to find the app. I went, "Look, everyone's on. I can't get a signal," which I couldn't. And they just basically went, they just was like, "Show me anything. I don't care." So I think it'll be fine, to be honest. Right, Hibs at home. Here we go. We'll try Berbatov in behind for Monty. Why not? And apologies if it's been glitchy. I don't know why it is. It does look glitchy. I'm looking at it on the camera now. I don't know why it's doing that. Awfully odd. What can you do, man? We'll play this game. We'll see how it goes, and then I might just call it there as I prepare for tomorrow. Right, let's go for it. Same team, albeit Berbatov starts in behind the strikers, as recommended by Big Monty. Oh, shit. Petrov, yes, my boy. And the King of Kings, 2-1. Oh, 3-1. Sati. He's scoring another 40 this year. Do you know that? There he is again. He is scoring 40 goals again this year. You've heard it first here on the Bhoycie bus. Lanky keeping everyone in the loop. If you haven't been vaccinated, you need to do a lateral flow test and show that when you go to football games. There we go. Big Red Scotland saying hello to everyone as well. What a big gentleman. Brilliant. Love to see it, mate. Love to see it. On comes Anthony. He got a lot of goals last year as well. Right, let's get wee Momo Silla on. Save Agat's legs. But this has been another convincing win. Scoring a lot of goals now. Ryan Kelly's going to go with 4-2 tomorrow night. He's got a feeling that Maeda will start well. I like it. What year is Georgie Popescu? Oh, I'm not entirely sure with that one, to be fair. 67, would we guess? I love it. I love it. Right, because we've been a wee bit glitchy, I'm going to call it a night there. Thank you to everyone who's watched the Bhoycie bus. Will we do the outro? I had to edit it slightly because I was getting copyright claims off Catigan, who does the song, even though he gave me permission to use it. But it wasn't him who's sending the copyright. It just automatically happens on YouTube. So I've trimmed it slightly. But we will close out with the closing credits. Some good banter from Mr. Sutton at the start. I will see you all tomorrow. Hopefully, we're going to be able to do the fan cam if the Wi-Fi is going to allow. And then after that, the Monday Club meets post-match pish. And we will be chewing the fat over what happens against the High Bees tomorrow night. For everyone who's going to the game, I am jealous. Enjoy. Make sure you crank up the YouTube after it finishes and get our post-match pish. Everyone, enjoy what is left of your weekend. I will be live tomorrow from 7:30. I'll do 15 minutes build-up or something like that. But yeah, 7:30 right through till 11. I will stop the show after the match and then start a new stream to get you all to move over to that one for post-match pish. Everyone, take it easy. You'll get notifications and all that anyway. But take it easy. Thank you for being on the Bhoycie bus for the CM stream. Apologies for any glitches and all that, but what can you do? I'm on a budget. Here's the closing credits. Take it easy, guys. See you all later.
Some of his comments about me deliberately trying to cause controversy. Well, I work in the media now, and you've got someone sitting there next to you who's an embarrassment to the media profession. He's an apologist. He's a charlatan.